Hi guys. So it's brought to my attention that there's a lot of meltdown activity happening when it comes to GameStop. Some people are disgruntled about the investment. So today GameStop shares hit a low of $22.30, maybe $22.29, I believe, when it closed out, which put its market cap at around $9.98 billion, which is quite laughable. When you actually break apart the number, GameStop's cash is currently sitting at, cash and Bitcoin combined is around 9.2 billion. With quarter three ending today and or this week, we're looking at some real good cash generation. This might even be a cash burn cycle, period three, because of ramping up for Black Friday and Christmas and all of that. So you're looking at a huge increase in actual inventory. But I still don't think GameStop burned cash. I think GameStop has a tremendous model that's predictable, that's scalable, all the above. But let's get back to like the heart of the matter. The heart of the matter is that people don't have the stomach for a stock that's down. It stays down, that stays suppressed. Yet 5 years ago when we all started investing, GameStop had around $500 million cash, raised another $500 million, paid off their debt, raised another $1 billion, sat on the $1 billion for about 2 years, 3 years, raised another $4 billion, then the next year raised another $4 billion. So if you think about like how far GameStop's come from losing $500 million operationally a year just 4 years ago to now making $500 million, it's $1 billion swing profit. So these aren't like flukes. This is like real. This is happening. The thing about turnarounds, when a company makes a turnaround, nobody believes it until the numbers are like really in front of you consistently. GameStop has like 6 quarters worth of growth and value. So now you're looking at this quarter and saying to yourself, I wonder how great it's going to be. Well, it's going to be phenomenal. We know that part. For a lot of us that understand releases of the Pokemon cards and the execution of these launch dates for numerous reasons. But we know what we're up against. If you like, are you cyclical? Are you annualizing? For our case, for like GameStop, just so that we're clear, quarter three last year is when they started launching PSA graded cards, so you can get them graded via GameStop. That didn't happen until the October timeframe. So now that you've had a full year with increases to shipping and increases on charges, the revenue has gone up on grading your cards graded at GameStop. And because it's mass adopted, it's good business. The margins increase is good. So I think GameStop's going to have a great number. That's neither here nor there. It's just one of those things that for people to be like discouraged about stock price, that doesn't matter. Stock price doesn't matter one bit. It's, you're going to give me a share of something. A share of GameStop is $22 today. Why in the hell wouldn't I be pouring in everything I have when shares were $22 last year and we had half the cash we have now? We've literally doubled our book value per share, diluted per share, sure. There's a dilution effect, but that's why you buy more. You just keep buying more because the value of the company keeps going up. I'm buying GameStop today for $9.9 billion on a market cap when they're sitting on $9.2 billion cash and investments. So the operations of the company generate, total this company generates $500 million a year. Well, how much would it take to get to 10 billion? 2 years? That's a PE ratio of 2 on top of cash. That's the truth. It's so undervalued. It's not fair for people to view it any different. And you don't have to deploy the capital. You can sit on it and just collect interest, and that's perfect. That's exactly where you want to be. But there's going to come a time where GameStop deploys, and it's going to get real funky out here. But $22 is laughable. And then you got to think about everything that's happened since then, right? So like For all you meltdown personalities, like I got a guy who just completely turned over a new leaf today that was visible to me. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, GameStop's trash. You're trash. I don't want to hear about it. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, is it trash? I mean, they do PSA graded cards. They sell more revenue than ever. They have better margins. They have power packs. They have cash on hand. They have great leadership. Margins are up. Net income is up. Every metric is up. Yet the stock price is the same. So why wouldn't I buy it today? Why wouldn't I buy it now at this value? Certainly when everything is escalated, right? If the S&P 500 is so much more expensive today versus what I'm able to buy GameStop for, I think the ratios there, right? The ratios for increasing are there. GameStop today is still $22 and the market is 6,800 points. It was $22 last year and the market was only 5,900 points. Like, the market can go sky high. You're still getting the same value, if not more, for GameStop. I hope people understand how to read that. But you know, I doubled down this month. I doubled down this month on GameStop because the price was so great. It was below my cost average. And I said, this is it. Like, there's not a lower rate. Like, even 22.29, 22.30, like those, it's so low compared to what it's insulated at. You know, we're insulated. I don't know if people know that part, but we did a bond at 28, we did a bond at 29, and those convertible notes are very expensive. You know, $4.2 billion raised on convertible notes at the cost of $29 a share. That's great. That's why I can't get down below 22. Then you have some people out here talking GameStop's going down to 19, it's going down to 18. I'm just like, I don't see it. I didn't see it going to 22.30, but still, you know, it got there, and then I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go. So me putting in almost $26,000 in the month of October is it's everything I could ask for. And I could go harder, but what's the point of putting myself in jeopardy of I don't want to be leveraged. I don't want to be, and I won't be. I'm just so disciplined on this investment. I'm very confident in this investment, but to put in $26,000 at $22, I'll see you on the other side. Because I think I'm going to get 10x out of this money. I think I'm going to get 5x initially, 10x, 20x, 50x, whatever the run is for the next lifetime. But I'm never leaving Ryan Cohen. I mean, this guy has lived up to his word and he's put his money in, but Wall Street doesn't want to match it. Hey, for all you guys that don't believe in GameStop, just remember that it's Halloween. I'm talking to you, and I'm going to tell you guys, there was a time where I told you, 4.5 years ago when I started making videos on YouTube, I told you GameStop is a profitable company, and they weren't at the time, but I told you they would be because I saw it, like I could see it coming. I looked at the sheets, I looked at everything I could, and I said, oh no, they're doing great. They're getting everything out of the way. Now that they've reset the game and now they're on this side of profit, Wall Street refuses to cover the stock. I've never seen a more uniformed defense than I've never seen this before in my life. Every single analyst will not give a rating to GameStop. No institution will promote it and say they want it. Yet institutional ownership has increased 100% over the last year. Meaning everyone's buying it in secret. And even if they're unwinding their short position and they're closing and they're leaping or they're doing swaps, I don't care. Like, if that's all they're doing, if they're figuring it all out, sorting it all out, awesome, you know? But at some point, it's gonna run. And I gotta run. Peace.